that says that the mayors have a right to vote on every issue, with the exception of a town ordinance that by state law allows us to, the town council, to decide if the mayor votes on items just to break a tie, or if they vote for every issue.
What's the statute number that you got?
Huh?
The statute number?
You know what, it's on the website. It's under administration and personnel on the codes, and it's, I do have it, it'll take me a minute to find it. Does anyone else offhand know that statute number?
It's on the town of Aguilar website.
Yes, under
I don't know if I get
personnel,
reception here.
administrative and personnel. And it's item D.
Yeah, no, I don't have any internet in here.
It's okay, Vern. I'll go ahead and call CM now. They'll give me the information.
I was under the impression that the town itself has an ordinance on the books that limited the mayor to breaking ties only.
Like I say, I'll get a hold of CML.
I don't know if CML would have it.
Yeah, we put this on for 3 months now.
Yeah, like I say, I'll get a hold of CML.
Okay.
That'll work.
No, it doesn't work for me.
That'll work. I'll get a hold of CML, see what they say.
You can't just shut me up by
I
saying
didn't
that
shut you up.
doesn't
I just
work.
said I'm gonna get a hold of CML.
It's state code of 314307.
There you go.
What is that again, please?
Oh, wait, no. I lied. Give me a second, I'll find it. Section 2 through 4, item D of the town ordinances, acceptance may be required by statute. The mayor shall exercise only such powers as the trustees shall specifically confer upon him or her.
What's the statute number?
It is town code section 2 through 4, item D of the town ordinances.
Okay, thank you. We still for CML. Go ahead, Vern.
Okay, well, I want to make a motion that the mayor only votes to break a tie.
Second.
And what is our, deal said for the town, for the mayor voting? What's our ordinance?
The state code says that the mayor has the right to vote on every issue unless we have an ordinance that allows the town council to limit the mayor's ability to vote to just breaking a tie. And that's what I made the motion for, and she seconded.
Okay, well, like I said, I'll get a hold of CML, so.
Well, it's going for vote. The town council just made a motion.
Ordinance.
Like I said, I'll get a hold of CML.
Well, it's okay, but they still have to vote.
So,
Roll call.
go ahead.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Barajas.
Yes.
Ms. Gona,
No, I don't know enough on this.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
Yes.
Fine. What's the next deal that was up? What was that? Okay, employee,
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to wait till Tyra comes back before we could say anything on this or put it on the executive session, right?
so you wanna table it?
Seems like we have to if she's not here.
Attorney for personal, what's that all about?
Use. It's this fight that's been going on between the town and a couple of individuals that turns out that it's the mayor and Tyra against two people that are here right now. It's been going on well over a year on their right to record. And we spent a lot of money on this town attorney to try to fight the First Amendment rights. A year and a half ago, you can't stop the First Amendment. A year and a half ago, we didn't have to go through this attorney to tell us how to block them from recording or speaking. Yeah, we spent thousands of dollars on the man.
Uh-huh.
Don't you think that's a waste of money?
Well, you got here for personal deals, so what's,
Because of Tyra's remark of the other day that was recorded, that she had turned all this over to the town attorney because people are attacking her personally. No one's attacking Tyra personally over this. No one.
well, there, I can't answer because I wasn't here, I don't know. All I can say is I saw video and stuff, so. But anyway, the deal on this one, with the recording of that, I know the state had just passed, what was the history? That was last month, about recording it in, sessions and stuff.
Courtrooms.
No, it was, council too, so. Let me see if I can find that, and I'll send you a copy of it. Because we just had a class of that, I believe 2 months ago.
Okay, well, if we jump to the recording thing, you could give me the information later, but I'm still making a motion that this signs for the no recording is over.
Well,
It's not gonna come up in 2 months. You've got them down now, and rightfully so.
where are they down?
From what I read, we cannot stop them from recording, but they have to stay in their spot. They can't be wandering around, blocking walkways. They can't go over to like our Zoom and make gestures, anything like that. That is not what is allowed. What is, that we cannot stop them from recording, but they cannot be disrupted during the meeting.
Exactly.
No, I'll have to look at that,
CNO,
because it's,
that's CNO.
yeah.
Well, I make a motion that we follow the constitutional rights of people under First Amendment and do not replace those signs.
Okay.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes, as long as they abide by the rules.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Barajas,
Yes.
Ms. Galvin,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
Yes.
Okay, CML.
CML training, I don't see Clayton on the thing. He may still be there, but from our first meeting, there's things on here, the very last item, discussion of board of trustee behavior. Well, for one thing, we haven't had the CML training that's supposed to happen. And I don't know how you're going to discuss our behavior in public whenever you won't discuss the administrator's behavior in public
Or your own.
or your own. Thank you.
Right now, like I say, if you wanna go to CML, we'll go ahead and we'll schedule, we'll
Now,
look on there
in
and
the
see.
package last month was the thing that the town attorney wanted to give the 1 hour class on CML. He didn't want us to go through the paperwork. It was in our packet last month.
Like I say, we can send you guys to Denver to CML, cause he ain't CML, he's the town attorney.
He's the one that advises us on it. There's been a notice on it each month. The only time that this didn't come up was on the special meeting, I think on the 6th. But the rest of it, it all says that he's going to give us an hour of training. Sarah, do you remember that?
So you want,
Mr. Beckner was gonna schedule a special meeting or something to do the CML, because it would take an hour. So we can't really include that in a regular meeting.
yeah, it'll be before.
And I'm not gonna let you sit here and chew me out for anything. And I'm sure the other trustees feel the same way.
So you guys wanna go to the CML in Denver, or you want your attorney to go ahead and give the class?
I'm good with it here.
I'm fine with it here.
Okay, well, we'll get a hold of him, cause I know he's, where's he wanna move or somewhere? Something like that. We'll get a hold of him and get one scheduled as soon as possible. Recall, Mr. Romero, what do you wanna know about the recall?
I put that in.
That was Mr.
No, I put that in there. I wanted to, on the recall election, there's been so many things that seem to be election fraud. Even the claim was made 2 months ago. And it's never been investigated, by the way. That we find someone other than the town clerk to be the director of elections.
We had, the last election, we had different people from different places.
The director of elections is the one who gathers the ballots, stores the ballots, finds the judges for the thing. And Mr. Romero has the name of someone who's experienced in this.
Yeah. Who is it, Mr. Romero?
Mr. Zelli.
Huh?
Frank Zelli.
I know Frank.
I'd like to make a motion that we use Frank, whatever last name is.
Sally.
I think because there's a resolution on it, you're gonna have to redo a resolution. I don't think you can just vote to put him in because we have a resolution for the,
But we also have a conflict with Tyra doing this since
but it's a resolution, so you can't just vote to change it. You have to do it the proper way is all I'm saying.
Okay, please explain to me the proper way so we
I
can do
believe
it.
you would have to get a new resolution done up and everything else.
And how would that happen?
That's an attorney question. That I cannot tell you, but I believe that's what you're supposed to do.
That resolution to come up with it.
Now, I'd like to skip ahead a little bit and see if we could schedule another regular meeting, say, whenever the council, like a week to 2 weeks on a Thursday away, so that we could finish discussing that, so we could have someone else in before the actual election.
So that takes so many days. I
Um,
know if you have to rewrite it up, it has to be posted.
I have to repeal the one resolution to do another resolution. I believe it's. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it takes like 30 days.
Then you come in and look at the one that's already there, look at it, and then, from there,
I know what the state says about the town clerk handling the elections, but this has been something for probably 4 years now. Complaints on the director of elections and even the town attorney at one of the meetings, whenever me and Dave Gully were there talking to you, the council agreed to get someone outside to do the elections. And there was no talk of a resolution there. So I'd like to see if everyone would be good with another meeting here with the next week or two, because obviously we're not gonna finish all this today.
I'm good. You wanna make a motion, I'll second it.
I make a motion for a regular meeting, at a date decided by the council.
Should we just pick a date now? Or do you
Well,
wanna talk to
Thursday seems
everybody?
to work, so it would be next Thursday or
That's
Thursday
4th of
after.
July weekend.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
the following,
That's 4th of
yeah.
July weekend.
So I would do it the following after the fourth,
Okay, is that good with everyone?
yeah,
Make a motion that we do it the week after the 4th.
yes, I second it.
So which day are you looking at?
Mr. Barajas, when are you coming back from vacation?
The 11th? 11th on Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
The 11th.
what day is that on?
Thursday.
Thursday, the 11th.
Wednesday? Well, she else you can do it Wednesday.
I'm good on Wednesday.
And the 10th, that's fine.
I'm fine with Wednesday too.
Okay, I'd like to amend the motion to read a regular meeting schedule for Wednesday the 10th.
I don't think we can do it that soon. No, honestly, because if we're off, I have to get everything ready for the 8th. So that get the agenda, everything ready for the
I've
packet.
got another option here that we could consider. If we'll schedule the meeting, then on I'll put it on the agenda that the ballots, we get a mailbox at the post office and the ballots be held there until the election day. And then the judge and the director of election pick them up together, and the walk-in ballots, will probably have to do it over at town hall, but the walk-in ballots come in and gets put directly in the box.
And they do.
Excuse me.
They do.
You know what, last election, you guys were out
I
in the
was
street
standing there
picking up.
when, no, we weren't. There was an elderly lady who called and asked if I could walk out and get her ballot from her. I brought it directly in.
And I'm not even trying
And
to argue the issue, I'm just asking that, that's why I'd like to put on the agenda
So we
and
want to
discuss
spend
it on the 10th.
money on an extra few walks and
You're talking a few dollars to a fair election.
For fair elections, Sarah.
That's all we're asking for. Fair.
And we could discuss it on the 10th. That's the idea of trying to put it on the agenda.
So you wanna go,
Ask a question? Instead of doing that, can we just have an election box that's like mounted, kind of like they do at Trinidad, that they can drop it into outside? So like if an elderly person needs to drop it, instead of having to have somebody walk outside because they can't get out of their car, they can just drop it in a drop box that they can drive up to,
See, we
rather
could
than doing a post office.
Yeah, and that's kind of the things that we want to discuss on the 10th. That's a good idea.
Rather than doing it at the post office, like putting it in front of the town hall so that it's on our property, so we're not paying for it, we're not spending more money.
Yeah, as long as one of those
Cost.
cameras are on the box, you know, to see.
There's one that faces the road right over here.
okay, let's continue here.
So, Mr. Byrne, asking to have a meeting on the 10th is gonna put too much on Sarah to get all the paperwork done if she's gonna be off Friday. And then having to get everything ready Monday, Tuesday, and being in the office by herself.
So can we do
I know, but see,
consecutive?
the town, here's the problem. The town councilmen have been trying for the last month and a half to get extra meetings scheduled that we haven't been able to get. Even with 3 of us one time going in to request it, everyone says, well, this is up to Donald. Well, no, it's up to the council. So what date would be reasonable that I can make one last motion and everyone accept it?
It's not so much us. What day are you available?
Well, no, I'm available, I'm just saying,
How much time do
next
you need?
week, that's basically, I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm by myself in the office, I have to get all the board packet and everything else, and then have it ready on the 8th to have the meeting.
And I'm being reasonable. I'm
On the
asking her.
Can we
what
do
day.
like the 17th and then the regular meeting on the 25th,
17th work with me.
17th and 25th? I'll give you an extra.
17th and then get on the 25th.
Okay. Yeah, that would be.
That'll give me a little more time.
Does everyone agree to Wednesday the 17th?
17th.
Sarah, good with you?
Yeah.
I'd like to amend my motion to read Wednesday the 17th for a regular meeting schedule.
I second.
What exactly are you gonna put on the agenda? What items?
Well, whatever we don't finish here tonight, we've only got partway through it.
Still have a lot of
We
things,
have-
time
And then
clock,
we do-
vacation time,
The election, who's going to be the director of elections.
government
Sarah needs some
email,
time for the paperwork on that.
workshops, committees.
I'm trying to just get some of these small ones done, quick, trying to get them off of here.
Yeah, let's work on the smaller ones, like adopting a model traffic code. We already talked a little bit about the grader repair,
Right.
so we could take that one off. So we talked a little bit about that one.
What is the model traffic code 2024?
What that is a traffic, with every year you gotta update your traffic book. They call it the model traffic code.
Well, that looks like a barrel of fun to read.
It's just an update on rules and regulations for first citations and then even traffic violations.
Okay.
But we have to keep up to date as a municipality.
If you update, even though we don't have a cop here in town to pull over. So adopting the model traffic code, what does that mean then? Just we update our ordinances or whatever to,
It's 227 pages online. If you type in this thing, it'll come up with every traffic code that we're going to try to agree to tonight. It's 227 pages.
You know, basically all it is the updated fines. Like if we were to get a marshal in a month,
right?
we have to be up to date on the model traffic code. It's not that you have to go through
Each
everyone.
and
It's
everyone,
state
we just
law.
basically
I mean,
say, okay, we
yes, we're gonna
received
adopt
it,
it,
we
yes.
received it, we'll abide by it, we're good to go.
That's all it is.
Okay.
Oh, I need a motion on that.
Wait, we have to finish the meeting part. I didn't do roll call, 'cause the regular
Oh,
meeting for
which
the
one?
17th.
For the meeting.
Yeah, I've already made a motion, second.
And
Okay.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Barajas,
Yes.
Ms. Galvin,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
Yes.
Now, adopting model traffic code 2024.
I make a motion to adopt it.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Barajas,
Yes.
Ms. Galvin,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
Yes.
Okay, let's take another little one, utility trailer.
That one I put in. I was noticing that Mr. Porras over here was using his own vehicle and his own trailer to bring in supplies for the town. Whether it's sewer lines or water lines or whatever. I don't think an employee should be doing it.
No.
I think the town should furnish them a trailer and a truck to get all this stuff done.
Well, I think it opens up the town to liability too. If he's using his own equipment and something happens.
No, how much you want, excuse me, how much are you gonna allow him to purchase one?
How long of a trailer do you need?
It's 16, 18 foot, but I mean, yeah, 16, 18 foot.
16, 18 foot, that would be like the double axle to carry something like the backhoe?
No, it's lighter duty trailer. It wouldn't carry the backhoe.
Well, can you get estimates on what this will cost? I know an 18-foot trailer is expensive.
That's already had.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're bids again, but they run 7,000 plus buying from a dealership around here.
And you look at that one website like you got the other trucks, if they have something?
I can.
Yeah, I would look at,
I
government
can, and
auctions
actually,
and.
if I can look in the area from I'm heading back. Stop in and pick it up on the way.
Facebook Marketplace. Find a lot of good.
But as on the one place where I found the truck, I mean, they range from anywhere from 200 to whatever the bid stock.
So there again.
We'll add in 12.5% though, right?
And they'll add in the 12.5%, yes. I know that now.
Unless you find one cheaper somewhere, but.
Yeah, I mean, unless we find one cheaper close around here.
Yeah, I would just try to look at all the options, like someone mentioned, look at Marketplace, look at, Auto Trader, look at government
Okay.
auctions,
Yes, ma'am.
all that stuff.
So how much you gonna allow him?
Well, we need to kind of get an idea.
Yeah.
I can bring in, I can have everything, papers from different places brought in for the next meeting.
Okay, great.
One of the issues that I have is Mr. Thorne and I were trying to give you some ideas as to where to go looking for a truck. And in your comments you made in your last month's minutes, it says that we were micromanaging you. That's
Yeah.
not true.
I know it wasn't true and I wasn't meaning it toward you.
Well,
The help was nice. It was when one person in particular was coming and telling us what to do.
I'm not gonna tell you what to do, I'm just.
Okay, the advice was nice. The advice was nice and it did help. And I even call out for help. But when I come up approached on and telling you gotta do this and you need to do that and you need to do this, that's a bunch of BS.
Yes.
That's why I put in there micromanaging. It does not need to happen.
And
Now, the advice and stuff I like.
One council
And
member
guidance,
seems to
I like
do that to you anyway. The
Exactly.
whole council.
Agreed.
Okay, yeah, so if you get down forward, Joe, that'd be great. Next one, ain't too big, will be.
Government email?
Oh, the email?
Yeah, Trevor.
Government email then.
It is being set up. It takes 2 to 4 weeks to get approved. So we already have like an account with them, but then they have to approve us to get the .gov to have the email, and it takes anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks or longer. So that's where we're at on that.
And that, you know what, and that's good with me, except for, I don't want to use my personal computer, because using that, you know, as I'm opened up to having my computer seized if anything happens here in this town. The town did buy at one time computers for the town
And I
council.
thought Trevor said if you needed to check out a computer, she had the
laptop?
laptops. I believe she had.
Yeah, I
a few of
wasn't
them that
able to
was-
get into the Gmail that you assigned me because it sends a code to one of your phones or to an Aguilar email. So I wasn't able to get into that Gmail account, so, I'm not sure if you guys have sent anything out or anybody in the town has contacted me, so I just haven't been able to get into it, but, yeah, that was it. Vern had mentioned that supposedly there was laptops available for use by the trustees, because I work remote, so same thing. I mean, all my computers are set up for
Yeah.
work,
And I know Trevor
so.
said there was like 3 or 4 of them, I believe, is what she had said, that if the trustees needed to check them out, they could.
So when did you start the process for the email?
I think Taylor had got that started, but I'm not sure exactly what dates. So it is it's in the process, but I'm not sure what date she started.
Okay.
And we covered the terms of council persons at last meeting.
Sound equipment. You should have a deal there in your packet on microphones and stuff like that.
Maybe it's just microphones, because I believe we have the issue fixed.
Yeah, I mean, it
With
sounds
that.
better today. I'm not
So-
hearing buzzing or anything.
Refrigerator.
This, all I need is, when our IT guy came today, he helped me get this set up with the, amplifier and the bigger speakers. So he suggested we need a couple more microphones, that way we're not, each one
Sharing.
has their own. But the only thing compatible, because he said I should probably get the same type of microphones as what we have. And so I put in my previous order, what I ordered before. And so I just put that in there to see if you want me to order a second, and all I gotta do is set it up here, plug it in there, and then each person has their own microphone.
Well, I think if we just all remember, either if you're not gonna speak into the microphone, you need to speak loud enough so the audience and audio picks up on all the recordings.
Or we could look into the lapel mics to where that you can't
Yeah,
turn
I
away from them.
mean, he did bring that up too, but I mean, it sounds like she's kinda,
They work-
got this fixed.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, an additional cost. But again, I think it's just if everybody would speak up, we
But
wouldn't
you
even
see,
need
but
them.
this has been a 2-year, 3-year fight about no one could hear. And lapel mics would stop that, because people do not, you can have 20 of these in front of us, and if the person goes like this, and that's what happens.
Right.
We need lapel mics with the little thing that you're talking about that works on a box like this, so that you can't turn away from it and people can hear. It's all part of, the right to information.
I'm good with that. I'm good with.
And I price them myself, and whenever,
This is what she
they
found.
get priced,
To something.
it's around
Yeah,
$150. It's been a 3-year fight though,
Well, and I've been trying the best I can. I don't know a whole lot about
and
sound
I
equipment,
appreciate it.
but I'm trying the best I can, and I felt that now the microphones, you don't have to sit as close. I can turn up the volume. You showed me how to get it turned up so people can be heard. But if each one has one sitting here in front of them, you don't have to go like that. You can just, you can sit back and be able to be heard. And we can adjust the volume and everything back here. So, I mean, and it's, however you guys, if you want to go with lapels, I can look into it, it just need to.
I mean, I don't
just
think
get rid
they're
of
that
all those.
expensive and considering the,
At $180 a person.
$35,000 we spent on other things,
This one here with the extra mics and the blocks is $239.
But when people turn away from the mics, and that's what the problem is with these. And I understand what you're saying, that if you're facing it, speaking, not a problem. And I speak loud, he speaks loud because we're both hard of hearing. But a lapel mic, you can't turn away from. People are going to hear what you say. And then I'm constantly leaning forward, trying to speak into this thing. And it's just for everyone's right to hear what we're saying.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, you don't have to as much now. If you've noticed, you can be farther back and they can still hear you.
They still can't hear you online.
I was
just gonna
online
check
at
to
6
see.
o'clock, right before, until the executive session, and I could barely hear mostly what was being said.
There's less interference, but you still cannot clearly hear
Yeah,
what anybody's saying.
there wasn't that much interference, but the voices were low on the Facebook live stream.
so make a motion, Vern.
I make a motion that we at least look into the lapel mics as an option.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams,
Yes.
Mr. Barajas,
Yes.
Ms. Galvin,
Yes.
Mr. Romero,
Yes.
Mr. Thorne.
Yes.
That will leave us 8 for the special meeting, if that's what the board decides. 8
With that.
eight topics.
What about the fee?
Fingerprint time card, I mean, I know the town had that once before, and people were always jacking with it and messing it up, so they had it sitting right up in here.
And I kind of, the fingerprint type card was explained to me the way that it happens. But a manual one that's mounted where the security camera's on it, we need proper documentation, and it helps bookkeepers also if there's a recorded in and out of the employees. As most people have you clock in and out. And what comes to my mind is a vacation here that we ended up paying 8 hours, or someone taking 8 days off, and it was a mess. They claimed 8 hours vacation after we approved 8 days. And the reason was Sarah had done the time vacation paper wrong.
It was a vacation sheet. I wrote down hours where it said days, and it was written down wrong on there. So that was my fault. I take responsibility. I looked at it, I wrote the hours that she had, and it was supposed to be the days that she had. That's all it was.
Okay, yeah, but you missed this meeting where all this came up. Tyra was off for 8 days. Tyra said that she worked from the office for the 8 days. Stephanie said that she worked from home for the 8 days. And she's saying that she only took 1 day vacation. And my question at that time was, how would you know in advance to put that on the paper that she took 8 days when a time clock out here would end all of these questions on if anything's going on?
Yeah, I mean, it came down to, she said she was on vacation, and then she said she worked her vacation. We had another meeting request, and she said she couldn't post the agenda because she was on vacation. But then when it was questioned about her time, the vacation request, she said she was working and didn't take the vacation. So there was just a lot of questions. Or again, I agree, a time clock.
And that fits in with the other issues here of the hours of the town hall. You know, this is our government office, this is our government building. We need to set the hours and stop working from home or remotely or whatever you want to call it. The work needs to be done here at scheduled hours. And this closing just because of, has got to stop.
So do you want them to look into a standard punch card time
Yes.
clock?
Yeah, with I think a camera.
The camera back there above the
Yeah,
door.
the camera's there. That's,
I've got a question about that. What's gonna happen, like, when I go to my class in August and
well,
in
you'll have
July?
to write it in or have it approved.
Thank you for your time.
Anything can be worked out, but this to where that the town hall closes and no one can come in the door, or there's no one here for a week, and then we pay payroll for that week. We don't know what's going on,
Right.
and all we hear is, well, we're
And you
working
can't even
remotely.
call. I know for a fact several citizens tried to call in when it was closed and no phones were being answered. It was right around the time that, bills were due, gas bills and water bills were due, and couldn't get a hold of anybody.
Okay, the rest of these issues, then you said we're gonna do it at the next meeting.
Yeah, that'll leave us
So what
7
are your
now,
off business hours?
because we got,
I'm sorry, what time?
for the time clock.
8
yeah,
to
we're
4?
looking into it
With
for
for at
prices.
lunchtime?
So that'll leave us seven deals to have on the next one. So is that
Kind
agreeable
of
with
rotate, or
everybody?
eat at your lunch, eat at your
See,
desk.
this is where how Mike's will work well, because they're in one conversation about this, we're in a different one.
Yeah, you have to take lunches, that's a law.
mandatory.
And he's saying the handbook says from 8 to noon, and then so with an hour lunch from 1 to 5, so you guys should be here in the office till 5 o'clock.
state business hours too.
Unless you take a half an hour lunch.
And then you could alternate who goes to lunch when, that way the place is open the whole
Sure.
time.
Yeah, I mean, there is room for wiggle room in there. But yeah, you guys, by the law, I mean, that's any company, anybody, you really should be taking breaks and lunches.
Okay. The next deal is the payment that we had discussed earlier. We need to, it just lost my mind, but yeah.
I'd like to make a motion that the town council is given a monthly report on the augmentation pond, including the financial information so that we know what's going on in an executive session and we don't have this mess going on. So it would involve a monthly report of what actually happens.
What's been paid, what's outstanding.
Okay, so do you need a motion to pay SGM
SGM
and Saint?
and
Mr. McDaniel, they need a paper.
Is that right, Ken? Do we need to?
Yeah, Jerry was supposed to, he was gonna put some, the wording in
Yeah.
place, but he had to leave.
Motion.
But that would be a separate motion than the one I just made, wouldn't it?
well, the one I asked for is the one for the payment.
All right, here we go.
We need to take turns off the table first. You made him up.
I
Sorry.
withdraw the motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause that's the one I brought up, was gonna pay you guys.
Okay, we need to I make a motion to immediately pay SGM Engineering on all previously approved unpaid invoices, subject to resolution of any objections in further payments, settlements, and reservation of rights as to any and all engineering defects as deemed appropriate by Special Water Council.
A second.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Mr. Rojas?
Yes.
Ms. Galvin?
Yes,
Mr. Romero?
Yes,
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Okay, also, like to make a motion to approve payment request number 6 and change order number 2 by Siete Construction, subject to confirmation by staff of amounts due by staff.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Mr. Rojas?
Yes.
Ms. Galvin?
yes.
Mr. Romero?
yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Make the motion for adjournment.
No.
Wait, no.
No, I still
So-
got one.
So
Huh?
Mr. Burns had motion to have a monthly report on
Augmentation pond.
things so that we're not caught like the way, so we're in the know.
Yeah, we want all the information monthly as it happens. And that's fair. We're the council. We're the ones who make the decisions here. And to not let us have that information is just wrong. So I make the motion that we get monthly reports on the details of the augmentation pond.
A second.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Mr. Rojas?
Yes.
Ms. Galvin?
Yes.
Mr. Romero?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
I've got one more item before we adjourn too. Since Miss Avila is out of the office for an undetermined amount of time, what happens with her keys to the building, her computer, who's gonna be handling her workflow? To make sure things are kept up to date. Do we have that information?
And Stephanie are gonna.
Okay, but you said that you guys don't handle any of the accounting and bookkeeping, so. So that's basically gonna be sitting untouched then while she's gone?
I'm not certain right now, but I will find out
Okay.
what we need to do.
Another case for the lapel mics. I didn't hear words you said.
So there, I will find out what needs to be done, what we need to do.
That's a serious question.
And we need to look at the bills and get those paid. Yes.
May I suggest, since you need some, finances are important, may I suggest that since our finances are not in the best state and we need someone who understands accounting, that you may advertise for a temporary person to come that is familiar with Cassell. Is that what you're running?
I don't think we can do that.
Huh?
I don't think we can do that.
Right.
Only because she's on a medical leave. She still has her
That's
position.
fine.
But that's something that'll have to be taken up with the lawyer.
But you still have a right, if somebody goes on FMLA, which I've done, my daughter has done, you have to have someone who is qualified to do that person's job. You can't just shut down, you just can't shut down, like my daughter was in the prison.
But I don't think it's gonna be shut down though.
But
So I think she's gonna talk to her, she's gonna find out what she can do, what she's able to do. So the majority of it's gonna kind of fall on her and Stephanie.
Medical leave is medical leave. They're done.
you can't
I'm
talk
not
to them,
saying
it's
that their
against the
job
law.
is not there,
But
but
we don't know if it's medical leave or if it's FMLA.
That's the same thing.
Mhm.
FMLA, you cannot talk to them.
But you can still, you could still retain your position. I waited on it.
Yes,
so
you
I
can
know.
retain, I'm not saying fire, I'm not saying
No, I didn't say
replace.
that.
I'm not saying
Sarah's
like add, she'll be back.
Sarah already has enough on her plate
And I
in
understand
her
that.
position.
She does.
Stephanie has enough on her plate in her
And
position.
I don't
Joe
think they
has
know
enough
how,
on his
they know
plate.
how to
You know,
do.
but what
what
I'm
needs to be
saying
done.
is she's suggesting that you get a temporary to come in and help out.
Like
Like
that's
I said, I'm
until,
just saying, she might have to talk to the lawyer first to see if that's even feasible.
Nobody's taking her job away.
No, I'm not saying that it is, I'm just saying that she needs to, talk to the lawyer first to see.
But
If
what
we-
we're
if we
trying
can
to
do that.
do is, get Sarah that help she's gonna need.
I understand
She
that.
don't write checks, she don't do any of that stuff.
What's the software? What's your accounting software? Assist?
Okay, we need to go ahead and look at the bills, get those paid.
Who has the right to do that?
The board?
To do what?
Who has the right to write the check and pay the bills? That's,
Donald? Until he's recalled?
Just,
Yeah, but it still takes 2 signatures, doesn't it?
so you have to at least get a second signature on the checks to pay your bills if you don't wanna hire a temp.
The mayor and the mayor pro tem.
Okay, but who's gonna do Tyra's work is what we're saying.
like the accounting part of the bills.
Somebody has to balance the books.
Maybe we'll find out Tyra's not important.
We're not saying
well,
that, we're
we
saying
can see that the books are not.
We're getting off the subject.
they're going to need help. We're not getting off the subject, we're
You're
just
getting off the
deciding
subject.
what needs to be done.
I think Angela should be able to find out.
But
So
she can't work for the town.
we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to help out in any which way that's not a conflict of interest,
How come I can't work for the
She can
town?
volunteer her time.
There's your conflict.
We don't know how long she'll be out.
Yeah, well, Sarah said, let's just, Sarah said she's gonna look into it, start with talking to Tyra, and then we'll go from there, that, if Tyra feels like she needs an extended leave, then we'll make the decision from there, but, I mean, we have to follow up on this, we can't wait on this until the 17th, because that's like, 3 weeks, 2.5, 3 weeks away, then the accounting isn't being done in that time period. So this, I would say that this is kind of a priority, to find out from her relatively quick, what's going on.
May I give advice from a management standpoint where I almost got in trouble with this? So when somebody takes any leave for any reason, you cannot contact them. The minute you do, you open up the company, the town, the business to a lawsuit. I did this at O'Reilly's
Okay.
and I set myself in a hot seat
Okay,
as a
so,
manager.
so
I'm just
then
trying to,
yeah, we just need to look at, and then bringing in a temp, somebody that knows Assist, software. Is Assist a pretty normal, software that governments use, so I don't know if we can put a temp ad, for a government position somewhere, just,
We got 2 accountants here in the room. Other than you.
right?
I got one at home.
So I don't know, maybe we put, okay, I make a motion to put an ad out immediately for a temporary, replacement for Tyra, and we don't contact Tyra then, if we're gonna open ourselves
Do
up.
we need to contact our attorney?
I would say, yeah, I mean, let's,
before we
let's
make that
cover,
decision?
yeah.
Or,
I agree. Okay, so make the motion to contact the attorney to make sure we're legally covered on placing a temporary ad for some temporary help in the accounting.
Second that.
Well, if they know the software, really, we need someone that knows the software or is really, can learn new software quickly. I found that most accounting software, it's really just a navigation issue, that they all function somewhat the same. Accounting is accounting is accounting. It's just really a matter of navigation within the software to get to where you need to go. So.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Mr. Rojas?
Yes.
Ms. Gilman?
Yes.
Mr. Romero?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Make a motion, we pay the bills.
Got a motion, second?
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
Ms. Adams?
Yes.
Mr. Rojas?
Yes.
Ms. Gilman?
Yes.
Mr. Romero?
Yes.
Mr. Thorne?
Yes.
Motion to adjourn?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
Do we need to second and vote and all that? Vote on it? Yes, 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 yes. Well, I think,
Well,
like
what's
we actually make progress,
everybody else is a couple $1 million.
you know, and just not sitting around waiting 10 minutes for someone to second a motion. That's why I'm seconding Sid's motion.
Okay, Mr. Dorothy, you did good, you stayed the whole night.
That was the most interesting part. The minus $256,000 in the general fund.
Yeah.
She's been here a long time.
Right, forever. Exactly.
Great job, Joe.
Thank you guys. You were talking about a type of budget type thing, for we needed something here and there. Was that resolved last meeting or no? Not yet. It's coming up. Okay. That's better. I'll wait till then. So, I forgot to mention.
The new mayor's gone. The new mayor left. He's just as fast as Donald.
Yeah, and is there anything else you want? Or need, or suggestions or anything?
away.
It's like I stated tonight when I was in our command, and it wasn't directed to you guys.
Look. Why is Tyra's light on?
Is the air conditioner on? That wasn't on earlier when we went inside.
I don't think it was.
AC's not on, but somebody's in there.
Maybe Sarah went in there for something?
I didn't see Sarah get up, but she was talking about getting a copy of something for one of the board members earlier.
And he charged like $3,000 for it?
Oh!
Well, guess what? I gotta go down now and buy one. They're $149. And that's for Trinidad building. Quit laughing about that.
All right. Very long meeting. About hitting 2 hours.
Shit show that we're accustomed to. Not far off.
We're out.